Hi everyone, it's Rosella. This is a gown preview video. Hang on one second. Sorry, I had to cough. Okay, so this, I don't know what to call these gowns right now. I'm gonna call this my Jasmine gown. Why? Just because that name came into my head. That's why. So, this gown looks very pretty. It has a lot of beading and sequins on it, as you can see right there. It is pure white. It is large. It is about, I'm guessing a size 20, with the understanding, of course, that size 20 is more like a size 14, 16, okay? This is what the back looks like. It has these strings of beads. Again, the heavy beading there. And all the way down the train. And I'm going to show you this train is fairly long. And then you'll see what's wrong with this dress. There's two things wrong with this dress. But that sort of gives you an idea there, okay? Goes all the way up there. It's really nice. Since I moved my office, I now have a closet in which to keep wedding gowns, which is just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Okay, so here's the edge of the gown. That's what that looks like, okay? Now, you cannot remove these appliques. I think I may have shown you this gown before, but that's the reason I'm showing it again. So, yeah, these are not real appliques. There's actually a print on the fabric, and then the cording is just attached over the print, and then you have the beads, okay? I know this because I cut out a piece here and tried to work with it and tried to do anything with it, and it wasn't happening. So there is one missing there, and there's this missing there. However, Bruce, this is one I was thinking of for you. If you want a really good gown for a like a Halloween costume, this might be it. It's very heavy because of all this beading and all the fabric. The size is great because, you know, it's going to fit most people. So, yeah, if you're interested, let me know. And if your name's not Bruce and you're interested for some reason in this gown, go ahead and let me know, okay? So that is Jasmine. And I'm going to pause the video and pull my next gown up. Okay, I'm calling this gown Stephanie. I did a video before on this gown, but I wanted to redo it because I know I do have new subbies, and I don't think that many people saw the previous video. Plus, my lighting is a bit better now, and I have it hanging, as I said, in a closet. This is one of my absolute favorite dresses I've ever had. It is exquisitely beautiful. It is pale cream satin, and it is a size 6, so it is little. There's the waistband right around here. This is very much a classic gown. I personally think that this would be a wonderful, wonderful dress to have on display. It does not have the heavy beading that some of the others have. This is, as I said, much more classic. The work on the sleeves here, super pretty. There are some sequins that are yellowed. Now, it's interesting because of where they are. It's like just in certain spots, which makes me unsure whether this is just aging or whether this was actually the way that they were originally. Generally, the yellowing is aging. Now, this gown has these satin, it's a champagne satin cuff with this gorgeous work on it. Absolutely stunning. And it also has this around the neckline here. And then we go down the skirt. You'll see at the hem there, same thing again. I'm going to take that in close. Okay? Absolutely beautiful. The appliques, it's actually one large band that goes around the skirt, with then that little one in the center you can see there. And I'm going to zoom in it's, let's see, I don't see sequins, I don't think, on this part. I believe it's just the pearl beads. And then I'm going to show you the back too. It has the buttons all the way down to, well, let me show you, all the way down. And the buttons are that champagne color, and you know, when I say champagne, it's almost pink. It's like just off of a pink tone, okay? Have just a simple little piece of applique and beading on either side there. And then you have the buttons going, sorry about this, I'm trying to do this, I am doing this with one hand, which is not super easy. So you see how the buttons go all the way down. And again, this does have a train. I'm pretty sure this is a like 7-foot train if you measured from the waistband. And you see what I mean about how there's that same applique piece that just goes all the way around. So it is a simple, stunningly beautiful classic gown. Okay? If anyone is interested in it, please let me know. You could remove the trims here. You can remove this work here. Same with these. You can remove the trim on the hem, but you really cannot do that much with the large applique on the skirt. So really, this is a display dress, and I love it, but I have nowhere to display it. Okay, I'm gonna oh, that's my closet wall there. I'm gonna pause and get my third gown ready. Here we have the third gown for this video. I am calling this gown Lorelei. It is, I'm trying to see here, it is just off white. Yep, it is pale as cream. This is the gown I was just showing you, and you can actually see the color difference there. And that one is not a dark cream at all. So this is like winter white even. Just off white, okay? Now, this is quite large. Let me see if I have a size written in here. 12. It says it's a 12. And it looks actually pretty big for a 12, I've got to say, you know, having seen now dozens and dozens and dozens of wedding gowns. I'll do that up again in a minute. So this is a heavily beaded gown. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. You'll see that there is some yellowing of those sequins. They are not super golden or yellow yet, but I can definitely see that they are beginning to turn. Okay, now let me show you. I currently have the hem sort of or the train sort of bustled, and let me pull back and show you. I'm sorry, I cannot do this properly with one hand, but this is the idea. Let me show you what the work on this section looks like. So there's this large like triangular section that goes up the gown, and I will unbustle it too, and I'll show you again. This is a long train. This is longer than the other two, and so you've got this netting, and the netting is covered with these appliques. I do need to look closely at this to figure out if this gown would be a good one for removing the appliques. Excuse me. It looks like, particularly on this section, it would be good. And then the hem is like this. Okay, that's a pretty common hem style. Pretty middling fancy, I guess I'd say. And I'm going to pause this and change the train here. Hold on. Alright, so there is the gown in the closet. And here's the train, and it keeps going and going and going and going, and this is now to my table here. Those are actually packages ready to ship right there, and I cannot quite pull it all the way out without climbing under my table. I believe this is about a 10-foot train measuring from the waist. As you can see, a lot of detail work on this train. So you've got that major, huge piece here. That alone has got to be, I'm trying to think here, 7 feet from there all the way up to there. And then you've got another one, or another couple pieces up there. You've got appliques on the side, and let me show you what one of those looks like here. Okay, I zoom in. The sequins are primarily clear here, but again, some have started to yellow. And I'm going to zoom in. I sound really out of breath, don't I? I actually feel really out of breath. I don't know what that's about. Maybe my lungs are not quite not quite back to 100% yet. That's the back. And I'm going to pause and show you the front of the gown. Okay, woo, zoomed in a bit far there. So you've got a V-neck, long sleeves, which are still heavily beaded. Little V shape here, a V here at the waistline, and a good amount of appliques beading on the front part of the gown. Now, I would rate this as a, in terms of the appliques and everything, they're pretty, they are decent. I'm seeing very little in terms of flaws. You're always going to have a few beads missing. I don't care if your dress is brand new, you're going to have a few beads missing like that there. Incredibly clean, really clean. Didn't see any stains, didn't see anything, even on the underside of the train, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm not convinced this one was actually worn in a wedding, to tell you the truth. It's not a high-end gown, despite the number of, you know, pieces, the number of appliques it has. Like I said, I will have to look at it more to see whether it can be taken apart. If you're interested in it as a gown for display, let me know. Always, anytime I put up video previews, if you're interested in a gown for display and keeping it as is, please let me know right away, because a lot of times I give it just, you know, like 12-24 hours, and then I start working on it. So yeah, let me know, okay? I'm not going to be generally giving pricing out, because I really have to think it through. You should know that most of these gowns weigh around 10 pounds if you're interested in shipping costs, okay? Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Bye.